Hi, in this video I'm going to give a quick example of adapter pattern in Golang. So what is adapter pattern? Adapter pattern is a software design pattern that allows the interface of an existing class to be used as another interface. So essentially like combining two interfaces in a meaningful way to make our life easier. So I'll give an example for that in Golang. Okay, so this is an example of using multiple payment gateways in an e-commerce application. So in this code, we'll show how we can incorporate both PayPal and Stripe using a common interface in our e-commerce application. Okay, so if you are building an e-commerce application and some of your users have Stripe, whereas some of your other users have PayPal, you have to support both of them, right? So that they can pay based on what facilities they have. So your code has to support both of these functionalities in a meaningful way so that later you can expand the code to incorporate, let's say, payment from another bank or payment as cryptocurrency. So you have to write the code in such a way that it can be expanded easily later on. So this is what adapter pattern actually accomplishes. So in our example, we have this shopping cart, which has a simple functionality that is what we are calling payment processor. So payment processor is an interface which does one and only one thing, that is processing of the payment. Okay, so this shopping cart struct simply calls its corresponding interface, which does the processing of the payment part. On the other hand, we have payment processors like PayPal and Stripe, right? And they might have different functions on their own. So in case of PayPal, if you have to make a payment, you simply call make payment. Whereas in case of Stripe, you simply call this function charge. Both of them essentially do the same thing in their own way, but they're called differently. So how are we going to combine these functionalities? That's what an adapter does. So this is the example of an adapter. We're calling it payment adapter. And what it has, it's just the payment method, which is an interface. So what this adapter does is it is incorporating the functionality of process payment, which is what we need originally anyway, right? So here process payment is what we originally need, that functionality. And inside the process payment of this adapter, we are supporting both PayPal and Stripe for now. And if somebody is calling without PayPal or Stripe, we simply say unsupported payment method, right? So if it is PayPal, then we call the make payment method. If it is Stripe, we are simply calling the charge method, and it's eventually accomplishing the same functionality, right? So in our main function, we have this shopping cart where the processor is PayPal. So we are using the adapter where our payment method is PayPal, okay? And we have a similar example for Stripe as well. So if I run this program, you see we can actually do the checkout for both of them. So the PayPal one worked, the Stripe one also worked. So this is a very quick example just to showcase the power of adapter method. So in this case, you see you don't have to change any other code in case you want to support, let's say, cryptocurrency payments in future. You only have to add one more case here, right, in this adapter, and then you will have the code for cryptocurrency payment, for example, and you won't have to touch any other part of the code base. So this is a brief example of adapter method. Other examples can be data storage. So you may use SQL, NoSQL, or any type of data storage mechanism, and in that case you can use adapter method. It can also be for logging systems. There are lots of logging systems, and messaging systems. We have RabbitMQ, Kafka, and several other messaging systems, and cloud services as well. So this is very critical for a company, especially the startups, if they were trying to do some cost cutting measures. So maybe they start off with AWS because it was easier for them to incorporate, and later on they realized maybe Google Cloud or Azure are cheaper to use. So if they have written their code base keeping in mind that in future they may need to extend to some other cloud service providers, then it will be much easier for them, and it will save some critical time for the company just to change their cloud service provider if they have things like adapter method in place. Okay, so this is a very quick example. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you.